You guys ready for your headliner tonight? You guys ready for your headliner? We ready? You've seen him on Netflix, Sirius SM, and he's going to come out with the United States of Comedy coming out soon. Everybody give it up for Ian Ebert.
Thank you so much for clapping almost until I took the mic out of the mic stand. You almost. Give yourselves a round of applause for being an awesome audience, first of all. Let's start there. Who's having a good Friday? Clap if you're having a good Friday. Let's hear. Okay, not everybody clapped. All right, okay. I didn't mean a religious good Friday. I just meant like a fun Friday, you know? I'm having a good Friday. I know I'm having a good day because I've been out of my house probably about 6 hours today, and no one's pointed at me and screamed, Santa, yet. So that's how I know I'm killing the game, you know? I'm from Atlanta. I live in downtown Atlanta. So most of the people that call me Santa on a regular basis happen to be homeless people. But I brighten their day. Oh my God. They'll like cross the street to come talk to me and shit. They all call me Big Santa though, which is kind of fucked up. Because Santa, of course, is already known for being fat. So when you put big in front of Santa, that's just double fuck you vibes. You know what I mean? Like, do you know who you look like? Santa, but fatter. That happened the other day. I gave a homeless guy $1. When I gave him the $1, he was like, thank you, Big Santa. I appreciate it. Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa. I'm like, how do you have a dance for it? It's like the choreography hurts more than the nickname, to be quite honest. Just imagine you practicing when I'm not there. It's a weird vibe. He saw me make a face while I was doing the dance, and he was like, oh, do you want the money back? Which I didn't even know was an option in that transaction at all, right? But I was like, no, you keep the money. He was like, I knew Santa wouldn't want the money back. Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa, Big Santa. And right after that, a lady came up to me. Well, I don't know if she was a lady. She was a woman for sure. But she came up to me and she said, excuse me, I just saw what you did there. And I want to let you know that every time you give a homeless person $1, you're teaching them that they never have to get a job. Yeah, I was supposed to tell her to, I don't know, fuck off. It's like, it's my $1, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. But I didn't have a chance to say anything to her because the homeless guy also heard what she said and raised his hand and said, I got this. And then he just chased that bitch down the street. So God is real. And he is doing hot work on Peachtree Street in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Do you understand? That's the most instant karma I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like I paid $1 to see a Just Universe just for a moment. I was like, wow, that was refreshing. Now back to the dystopia, I guess. I don't know. I'm in therapy. Anybody else in therapy? Okay, bunch of fucking liars and a few healthy people in the room. Though I will point out that when somebody asks if you're in therapy, if your reaction is go, woo! Is it working? Is it working? I don't know. I'm in therapy. I can't afford real therapy though because I do this for a living. And usually these gigs pay primarily in quesadillas. A lot of time they are Delta 8 quesadillas, so I'm not complaining exactly, you know. They have therapeutic value. I'm selling Delta 8 quesadillas after the show. No, but I can't afford real therapy, like actual licensed, legitimate. So what I have to do is I go to the local university in Atlanta, not the good one you're thinking of, but another one. And I go to their psychology department where they have a little psychology clinic where they try their best. And that's actually what it's called, the Little Psychology Clinic, where they try their best. It's a very catchy name. It's just basically a cubicle with people crying 24/7. But yeah, that's where I get my mental health help. That's where I get my much needed mental health help. Do you know that they have those cosmetology schools where you can go and pay $15 and an aspiring hairstylist / meth head will give you crooked bangs and a bad perm? I'm doing that for my mind. At Georgia State University Psychology Department, that's right. There, one person, that was barely a clap for that. Shit. I was gonna say go Panthers, but you might have trauma associated with Georgia State. But I go there, I pay $10 cash, because they can't accept credit cards yet. Nobody has Venmo. It's not suspect at all. And for $10, they assigned me a psychology student, and that's my therapist. So my therapist, she is 18 years old. Her name is Jessica with 2 Ks for some reason. Yeah. And it turns out she's only minoring in psychology, which is a twist I didn't expect. It's like, what's that degree in fashion merchandising gonna do for my trauma? Jessica, I don't even know where to start. A lot of people think I'd have an issue having an 18-year-old therapist. Like, I don't know, maybe the decades age difference would be an issue. But it turns out I'm very immature. So it's not even a problem at all. You're on the same level for sure. We do have one little issue. My therapist, she happens to have a lazy eye. Okay, that wasn't the punchline. So if you're laughing at that, I curse you with nothing but cross-eyed children for the rest of your burn in hell forever. I did a show a couple weeks ago and I said my therapist has a lazy eye, and someone went, "Oh God!" Like lure her out back and end the bloodline finally, you know? Like, calm down. She has a lazy eye. I also happen to have a lazy eye. So the first 28 minutes of every session is just us establishing eye contact. It's just like, what the fuck are you looking at? I'm over here, Jessica. Follow my hand. Why is neither eye looking at me, Jessica? Have you ever seen 2 lazy-eyed people try to make eye contact before? It is a fucking mess, okay? Our eyes look like the marbles on a hungry, hungry hippo board, just rolling around. Eventually, we gotta stand good eye to good eye and like cover up our bad eyes and do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 eye contact situation. Who's ready to share? I am. In the South, they call being lazy-eyed cockeyed. And I'm gay, so I'm definitely cockeyed, okay? Guilty, oh my God. I got this regular Christian eye, and then I got this devil dick eye over here. And it is gray sweatpants season, so mama's busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just out in these streets like, dick, 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 dick. I want to see your dick. See me after the show. I won't tell. Okay, all right. She is a pretty great therapist, though, I would have to say, for being 18 and cockeyed. We had a breakthrough in our very first session. She diagnosed me almost immediately with food issues. Yeah. And that laugh was disrespectful. And I didn't appreciate the way she diagnosed because there was a lot of shoulder in it. You know what I mean? Like, that's not medical. That's like, you can get disbarred for having too much shoulder in your diagnosis. You know what I mean? Like, your tumor is malignant. You know what I mean? You can't, malignant, bitch, you know? I actually had to drop out of medical school because I kept confusing benign and malignant. It was a bad. She did though, she pointed at me like this. So first of all, she's petite. Are there any petite women in the house? That's what, I don't want to be a woman, but if I can come back as like a petite little fucking Talbot's bitch, do you know what I mean? Like just in a little power suit, just being unhappy about everything. I don't eat dinner, I just eat a roll of Lifesavers, that's my meal for the day. I just love that, just petite little bitches. She's petite as hell, this petite little bitch. So she pointed at me with her little petite ass little finger. And she was like, "You have food issues," and she did her shoulders like that. And then she did her finger up and down like she was scanning all my problem areas. And in that moment, I almost snapped her finger off and ate like a fucking chicken tender right in front of her. But my mama raised a Christian, so I'm just gonna pray for that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up gay in the 80s. Oh, no applause break for that? Okay, fine. It wasn't as much fun as you would think. I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like a gay time traveler here tonight and your next stop is to like go party in the 80s, I would skip it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the clothes were great, the music was great, but the AIDS back then would fuck you up. Do you know how strong the weed is now? That's how strong the AIDS was back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. My friend Ricky, he got some of that loud ass AIDS on a Friday. Ricky was dead on Wednesday, do you understand? But we fucking partied on Saturday and Sunday, you know? And don't feel bad for Ricky, he's fucking butts in heaven right now, do you understand? Fucking butts for Jesus, you know what I mean? Like, some of you are resisting the joke. I feel like you feel like it's inappropriate to laugh about the AIDS crisis in the 1980s. Did some of you die of AIDS in the 1980s? Is this what's happening? Perhaps you're wearing a piece of reclaimed denim owned by a gay man who was a cocksucker in the 1980s. And he succumbed to the disease like so many of us did. And now that you're wearing that jacket, you just like think at night, oh, I want dick so bad or something. That's more of a screenplay I'm working on than part of the joke, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a haunted denim vest that makes you want to fuck butts at midnight. That's what it's called, fucking butts at midnight. Okay. Let me try the joke a different way. When all else fails, just tell the same joke a different way. Growing up gay in the 1980s, I thought my two main options available to me as a queer person in straight society were either to be hate crimed in the streets or die of AIDS in the sheets. It's like, which is it gonna be? They're gonna get you either way. You're gonna live a diminished life. Look out, it's gonna be fun. All right, you hated that part. All right, fine. I will point out, I just took the experience of being gay in the 1980s and distilled it down to 2 lines, which is my job as a comedian, right? And this is the point I have to say, I'm only really good at 2 things. One is telling jokes, and the other is sucking dick. So if you're not gonna laugh at the jokes, whip it out, sir. You know what I mean? All right, they gave me the lights. I don't have time to do this whole joke. I'm gonna do the joke a third way though. Third time's a charm, you know what I mean? You know how did anyone ever grow up writing 5-paragraph essays? Did anyone ever do that? I fucking hate those things, man. Because we were all taught to tell people what we're gonna tell them, and then tell them what you told them. You know what I'm talking about? That's why everyone's repeating themselves all the time. It's like, shut the fuck up, I got it the first time, you know? That's just more of a critique of society than part of the joke, but okay. When I first started sucking dick in the state of Georgia, which is the name of my autobiography, and it is available on Amazon. It's a great summer read. I've heard it's hard to put down, mostly because the pages are so sticky. But when I first started sucking dick in the state of Georgia, dick sucking was illegal in the state of Georgia. And some of you scoff at that, but it's true, because sodomy was illegal in the state of Georgia till like 1998, okay? And sodomy is mouth stuff and butt stuff. Straight people, you don't know that. You always, lead with anal or whatever, but, like anal's the headline of sodomy, you know what I mean? It's like, see page 6, also dick sucking. Okay, but anyways, those dicks that I sucked back then, all those illegal dicks that I sucked, delicious, the most delicious, meaningful dicks. Back then I was down on my knees so I could be standing here before you, you know what I mean? Like, I was sucking dick, creating a future. Ladies, you just do it on their birthdays, that's all. I literally bent space-time. But then they made dick sucking legal in the state of Georgia, and I had to go to the dispensary to get my dick to suck on. And I was like, what's a hybrid dick? What's a sativa dick? I don't understand. These dicks seem watered down and not as good. I don't know if I like big government involved with my dicks. Am I a libertarian when it comes to dicks? All right, bring it in for landing. Okay. growing up gay in the 80s, right? Growing up gay in the 80s. I didn't spend a lot of time fantasizing about the life that I have now. I'm married. My husband and I have been together for 25 years, which I'm very happy about. But I didn't grow up thinking that that was part of the life that I was going to have, right? So that's a miracle in a way. But what I've also had for 25 years, in addition to a happy marriage and a husband, is a mother-in-law. And she is her own kind of AIDS. She's more of an AIDS of the spirit than of the physical body. But the bitch weakens me with every interaction. Do you understand? Guys, that's basically my time. Thank you so much. I am going to point out, I will be in that corner. I am a traveling comedian. I'm selling merch. One piece of merch is an eyeglass cloth, because everybody has dirty fucking glasses. The other piece of merch is a little enamel pin. And then I also have, they might be marijuana edibles. They might be marijuana edibles. Maybe. They might be 40 milligrams and they might be $15. Maybe. I don't know. But thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Give it up for EJ. Give it up for Dusty, everybody. Yay!
Keep it going for Ian, everybody. Give it up for Ian.